Hey everybody, Joe Getman here, your official tour guide on the path to health and happiness. As I always say, think of me as your personal coach, helping you achieve all of your goals as they relate to health, energy, vitality, and happiness by creating lasting change. And remember, that last portion of it, the lasting change, is the most important part. Because most of us, let's face it, can make changes either for the moment or for the day or maybe even for the year. But creating lasting change is what we're all after. And again, welcome to my studio here and another one of my training videos. What I want to talk to you about today is really kind of what I call a quick fit tip. How do you get energized in the morning? How do you avoid that, what they call these days, the 2:30 feeling? And really at night, how do we put this day to rest and get ourselves in a good mood for a good night's sleep? I want to talk to you about really something that's really important, but many of us take for granted. It's breathing. And I don't want to shut this off right now thinking, oh God, Joe's talking about breathing, something extremely boring. But I want to let you know how to correctly breathe and how important it is that we learn to breathe correctly. And to do this exercise 3 times a day. And again, it's going to make a world of difference in your life. It's going to make things radically different because it's going to give you that energy that you're looking for in the morning, the afternoon, and also put you in that nice calm state for nighttime. And let's talk about breathing, because there's a proper way to breathe and there's not a proper way to breathe. And let's talk about why breathing is important, because many of us think, we just do it without even thinking about it. But really, why is it important to breathe? And really, one of the most important reasons is because it drastically affects a system inside of us called the lymphatic system. And probably a lot of people haven't heard about the lymphatic system, but really it's our sewage system. It helps cleanse our body of all the toxins and all the poisons that we accumulate through what we breathe in and take in from the air to the foods we eat, everything. And let's face it, this lymphatic system, extremely important, because let's just say your lymphatic system stopped working within 24 hours, your body would basically poison itself and you would die. And people don't think of it that way or that important, but really that's the crux of it. That's why the lymphatic system is so important. And really, the lymphatic system is also extremely unique, and a lot of people don't know this. There isn't anything inside of us that really kickstarts the lymphatic system. There is an internal organ that pumps it. It relies on other things, and one of the other things it relies on is our breathing. And that's why I suggest in the morning, if you breathe a certain way in a certain pattern, just spend 5 or 10 minutes doing this. It's going to give you that jump start, and it's going to help you start cleansing your body of all these toxins and all these poisons. So let's talk about the proper way to breathe. And actually, I'm going to start off by saying, let's talk about the proper way not to breathe. And most of us probably do this. So I want you to do this. This is going to be an exercise. I'm going to stand up where you are and take a deep breath in. And if you notice what I just did, when I took a deep breath in, and maybe you did the exact same thing, is my chest expanded and my shoulders came up. And you know what? That is the exact wrong way you want to breathe, because that is not a deep diaphragmatic breath. That is about as shallow of a breath as you can possibly do, because you're only utilizing a small fraction of your lung capacity when you do that. If you talk to folks that know breathing, people that are singers, professional athletes, when they talk about the deep diaphragmatic breaths, it comes from down here. And really, to see how breathing is properly done, I figured this one out. I watched my young children when they sleep, especially when they were infants in the crib. A lot of times, as you know, if you have young kids, the only time that you've got some peace and quiet is when your child is sleeping. But there's something really magical and beautiful about watching a child sleep. If you look when they breathe when they sleep, it's all down here in their stomach area. Their stomach expands and then their stomach contracts. There isn't much movement up in their chest or in their shoulders. They're perfectly still basically in the crib like this. And their stomach goes in and their stomach goes out as they breathe. It's really a beautiful thing. And honestly, I don't know when, as adults, we lost the ability to breathe properly. I think of a lot of things. Children are so pure and so beautiful that they just do things perfectly. And then somewhere between infanthood and adulthood, we get all screwed up. And I always kind of blame that on adults. Adults seem to get in the way of kids with a lot of things. Breathing is one of them. So again, if you have a chance to look at a young child sleeping, watch their stomach, because you could see it expand as they take a breath in and contract as they exhale. And believe it or not, that is the exact way that you should be breathing. So if you want to try that again, we'll do it the proper way this time. I'll go ahead and put my hand on my stomach and the stomach area, and I certainly encourage you to do the exact same thing. Take a deep breath in. What I want you to do is pretend in your mind like there's a balloon in this region in your body inside of you. When you inhale, take a deep breath in, you're going to be pushing air into that balloon and expanding it. When you're exhaling, you're going to be pushing air out of the balloon, and the balloon's going to be getting smaller as it contracts. So once again, we'll all take a deep breath in. Hopefully you can feel your stomach expanding, and then I want you to exhale through your mouth, and hopefully you're going to feel your stomach going in or that balloon contracting. Again, it takes a little bit of practice. I use this when I run, and it helps me tremendously with my stamina, and it keeps my heart rate lower as well when I'm breathing properly. What I want everybody to do now is to do an exercise for me, and I'm going to use my trusty whiteboard here, because there's a specific way that I want you to breathe, meaning a ratio of how many seconds to inhale, how long to hold it, and then how many seconds to exhale. And that magic formula is actually 1 to 4 to 3, meaning for every second that you inhale, I want you to hold it for 4 seconds and then exhale for 3 seconds. And let's kind of put this into a real-world application if we could. Let's start out our exercise, and this is exactly what I want you to do when we talk about doing this morning, noon, and nighttime, is let's do a 5-second inhale, which will equate to a 20-second hold, and then we'll do a simple 15-second exhale. And again, this kind of holds with our ratio that we're looking for. So remain standing. And again, this is what I want you to do 3 times a day, preferably when you first get up in the morning to get that lymphatic system moving and your day moving right. And then maybe mid-afternoon when you're feeling a little sleepy, get recharged again. And then at night, this is a kind of a nice way to put the day to sleep, if you pardon my pun. So 1 to 4 to 3. So let's just start. And I want you to take a big, deep breath inside, expand that balloon, and I want you to take it through your nose for 5 seconds. Ready? We're going to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it for 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Exhale for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. If that was a little too much for you, you can always scale it back a bit. You can do, 3-second inhales, and then obviously adjust the rest accordingly according to this ratio that we have up here. If you feel like you could do some more, do some more. Maybe do a 7-second inhale. But again, you want to work your way up, trying to get more and more every time. What I want you to try to do is do this particular pattern 5 times in the morning, 5 times in the afternoon, and 5 times at night. I think you will find that it will change your world dramatically, the way you feel about yourself, and again, it'll kickstart your lymphatic system. I hope you found this information valuable. You don't hear a lot about breathing and the proper way to breathing, especially this particular ratio, but it is extremely effective. If you want to get some more information, please go to my website. It's www.thepathttohealthandhappiness.com. Again, www.thepathttohealthandhappiness.com. I have some more free videos there, more great information. I've got some articles and also some blog posts as well. And again, live healthy and be happy.